What's up guys, Pokechomp here back with another video, and in today's video I want to talk about how powerful ribbon shipping is. Ribbon shipping is extremely interesting because, like Rudy was talking about in one of his most recent videos on Pokemon, we can't really comprehend how much is being taken out of the pool of stock on a daily basis from ribbon shippers. And while of course that might not sound important to you, it's the main reason we're seeing all of these crazy price increases. Of course, yes, scalping is keeping stock off the market, but we've never also seen a business be eating up stock at the exact same time. Like he was talking about in this video, this is a unique experience that only this era of Pokemon has suffered. When we were in Sun and Moon, or X and Y, or halfway through Sword and Shield, ribbon shippers didn't exist or barely existed. And now that we have this business organization which is all around ripping packs, it adds a whole nother issue Pokemon has to get through to be able to stabilize the market. Even if you put 1 million packs out, of course that would stabilize the market beforehand, but now when that can be ripped through casually from 1 week of ribbon shipping, it creates a whole new issue. And this gives us a different way to look at things. Will Pokemon be able to catch up? I know I've made many videos talking about how a lot of newer product will go to MSRP, and I still believe that. I think everything past Prismatic will definitely be able to get to that point where Pokemon takes care of it because they made their announcements on Prismatic, but I'm still not going to risk on any newer product. But what if Pokemon isn't able to print enough product for Surging Sparks and back? What does that do? And honestly, that's extremely scary. We have something called Team Up, which of course only got 1 print run, and we see how exclusive that is. And that's without it having a crazy fan base of children that grew up on Team Up. What happens when all of this new product, for example, Paldean Fates, 151, Paldea Evolved, what happens when all of these olderish kind of for this generation sets get ripped up? Like, what happens? Because we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna see modern day boxes reach $1,000 faster than we can comprehend, because when we get to the point where stock is starting to dry up, it just speed runs through the growth. Like, we have to keep in mind, crowns, even if ETBs were expected to hit $200 by the end of the year from the average PokeTuber, and it's hitting $200 during June, the halfway point of the year. Evolving Skies being over 2K, the ETBs being pretty much booster boxes of the Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield era, Fusion Strike being $700+. Like, this growth isn't normal, but at the exact same time, this Pokemon consumption also isn't normal. And when you combine a object that moves slowly with something that speeds up that growth because it's consuming their product so fast, some of these jumps actually become more justifiable than we really realize. Pokemon isn't going to go back and print more Fusion Strike. They're not going to go back and print more Crown Zenith, more Evolving Skies. The damage has already been done. Even when we do go back to a bear market, so much of the stock has already been ripped up that the product will basically already be semi-vintage when you consider how much is left of it. And that's just insane. That's why we're seeing this crazy growth. Now, do I think this is sustainable? Yes and no. Fatigue can happen and can stop even the strongest of sets, honestly. Even though evil seems like it can't be stopped, everything can be stopped. But I do think by the time this does stop, the damage will be done. Prices will maintain an equilibrium around, I don't really know around and where, but I know that they will not ever go back to their lows. They will just find a new higher low. But overall, guys, what are your thoughts on rip in shipping? What do you guys think it does to the market? See you guys tomorrow. Till next time, Pokechomp out.